And we are live.
We're live.
Special edition, built by Becker with my buddy Cedric.
What's going on, man? What is going on?
So built by Becker is a little bit different today for two reasons. Number one reason, my man said, helped me with the name of this show at an event few months ago. December 5th, man. He knows it. I remember it. He remembers it. The idea came up, built by Becker. We build things at Becker Custom Builders. We build things at Becker Home Maintenance. We're building podcasts. We're building relationships. We're building marketing things. You know, we're doing all these things in the community. Yes. So the idea built by Becker was conceived at an event, man. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. That idea helped spawn this idea and get this thing going.
That's what connections are about, throwing ideas about. When you got two people with great minds and you put them in a room together and you start tossing things around, you never know what'll come out of it. And look at us now, dude.
Right.
This place right here is built by Becker.
Right.
The studio we're in.
So that's so cool. And, you know, that mindset of two people, instead of having a competition mindset, instead of having a jealousy mindset is not, you know, and I learned this a long time ago for a couple mentors of mine, like never go into a situation with that mindset because you don't know what could possibly happen, man. No. Two creative minds, two successful people. You know, there's so many opportunities and possibilities when we drop the ego, when we drop the pride, and we say, hey, man, this guy's idea might be better than what's going on in here. Or maybe his idea coupled with my idea is going to bring some heat, you know, and I mean, we've been friends for a long time, so it's easy to chop it up and throw ideas around because we've been supporting each other in different arenas for a long time. But thank you, man. You know, that helped, that creativity helped spawn like inspiration, you know? So
I'd love to see what you've taken it to in such a short amount of time. And that's what I like. When I give someone an idea, or like I work with a lot of different people in a lot of different fields, but when I give them an idea or a concept in a small conversation like that, and they utilize it and then turn it into something like what you did with it, it makes me feel good. Yeah. To go, all this came from a conversation.
Yeah. Plus, I know for me, because I'm a creative, sometimes things that go on in my head, I don't know if they're good ideas or not. You know, I question them. Like, man, I don't know.
Never question yourself.
Do I speak that idea out loud or not? I'm not sure if people are going to look at me the same if I say that.
But you could throw that idea out to certain people and they would say no and shoot it down, and you might have never launched this.
Right.
So you got to believe in yourself and your ideas and be ready to gamble on you.
Yeah.
If you feel it, go for it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but you know, I do have those things like, man, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's why I run them by people.
Oh yeah.
That's why I have a group of people that I can run those ideas by and say, yo, Pat, you think this is cool? Or Ced, what do you think about that? You know, people that I trust that are in my circle that I'm willing to share those things with. And then once I know the idea is live, I'm going to take it everywhere. Right, I'm going to hammer it down. You know?
Remember, at the end of the day, you make that final decision on it. Because someone could say, hey, that idea is not a good idea, or that sucks, I would do it this way, or, you know, a great idea, but you should do it like this. But you go, I want to do it like this. Yeah. I wanted your opinion, but I'm still going to do it my way.
And
I just want to hear what other people have to say about it.
I've done that a couple times, and it's worked out, and I've done it a couple times, and it's crashed and burned.
Yeah.
So, but
I'd rather crash and burn knowing that I gave it a shot and keeping that idea in my head going, and not do nothing. Wonder if it ever would have worked.
Yeah. That unknowing, you know, I rather know that I tried, gave it my best, and it didn't work. Plus, I learn when I fail, I learn. Oh, 100%. You know, every time I fail, I learn. You know, we didn't even let you give a shout out who you are, what you do. You know, if people don't know who you are, you know, tell us.
I don't even know who I am.
Today's not the day for that question. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot. I wear a lot of different hats. My love is marketing and coming up with ideas and helping people build their personal brands. Yeah. I also sell real estate. I've lived here my whole life. I've been here for 47 years in Naples, Florida. I know Naples like the back of my hand. I got into the real estate market for marketing, and then ended up getting a license and starting to sell. But my main thing is connecting people, and that's why I started Real Estate Connections, because I go, dude, there's so many realtors out there. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you always need, there's always another realtor on the other side of that transaction. Right. And it's better when you know that realtor. When you get a listing or you got a client that wants to see a piece of property and you look to see who's selling that property, you got to contact that realtor. Yeah. And when you contact that realtor, if you've had a connection with them already, it's a lot easier. Yeah, of course. Than calling someone going, hello, hey, Mike, I don't know
You have
you,
no
but you
clue.
have that condo for sale. I have someone interested in it. Or going,
Cold call.
hey, Mike, you remember me? I met you at that event. Oh, yeah, what's going on? I got a client. You know what I mean? Like just making that connection.
Soft introduction. Yes. Yeah, it's a little bit better than just cold call, for sure, for sure. But let's take it back a little bit and then go a little bit deeper into who you are. Your dog.
Pedro.
What up?
He's right here.
Okay,
Pedro.
show your face. Pedro.
No, he's gone.
He's going to come over.
Come back. He's stressing out right now.
So how long have you had Pedro?
I've had Pedro for 6 years now. 7 years.
7 years.
Want to come up?
7 years. And your love for pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball. It's the fastest growing sport in the country, in the world. So I said, Naples is the pickleball capital of the country or the world. And I said, you know what? Let's do where golf used to be the thing that people would buy into. Like, hey, I want to live in this community. What's the golf course like? I want to be on the golf course. I want to be at the top golf course. Now it's pickleball. Yeah. People buy communities because of pickleball. And I'm like, there's no one really identifying themselves as that guy in the pickleball community. Okay. I go, look, I'm going to stand out and I'm going to do that. I got Pickleball Pedro.
Pickleball Pedro. He's gonna hang. He likes that new carpet. Let's go, Pedro. I like it.
But yeah, that's where I got into pickleball. My friend Ryan Sherry, he's a pro, so he connected me with a lot of celebrities in the pickleball community.
Yeah, that's you playing pickleball with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. I went to LA. I went to his house.
How does that come about?
Ryan Sherry.
Really?
Ryan Sherry was like, hey.
Tell me, I want to know more about that because, Facebook don't do it justice. like, how did you end up at Jamie Foxx's house playing pickleball?
That was bananas. I mean, I found out, I shot a video with Ryan, with Danny Warfield. Okay. At his, the Underground. He's got his own indoor pickleball place in Fort Myers called the Underground, and I shot a video with him. And hey, man, what are you doing on Wednesday? I go, I'm not sure what's going on. He goes, I got to go out to LA for a big BPA tournament, and I'm going to be stopping by Jamie Foxx's house. He goes, you should come out and shoot some content for me. Wow. And I go, what? Jamie Foxx? Like, get me a ticket tomorrow. Right. Yeah. And just like that, Tuesday I had a ticket. Wednesday I fly up. Dude, we went to Doug Element, the guy from Entourage. Yeah. I went and played pickleball with him at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Shot video, had lunch with these guys. And then from there, we go to Jamie Foxx's house. Every Wednesday at Jamie Foxx's house, he has like 2-3 pickleball courts on his property. He brings a food truck in, DJ, so it's like tacos, food truck, DJ, like a big party, and he invites all of his friends. So I'm here with Jamie Foxx. Yeah, that's crazy. Shooting content for his pickleball. Dude, you know what the craziest part of this is that after we're done playing pickleball, we're shooting. Can I say shooting shit? Yeah. We're shooting shit. Yeah. We're uncensored. 239 uncensored. Let's go. Dude, I'm hanging out with Jamie Foxx, dude, and he started telling me about what happened to him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like this.
Because he just has that special that just came out. Shout out to Jamie Foxx for the special, but in his health.
I watched the special, and this is true story, dude. 60% of the stuff that was in his special, he told me 5-6 months ago when I was at his house. He was like, this happened and this. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? This guy's telling me a lot. Maybe he was just testing his content out on me. Right. But I'm like, dude, this guy's telling me about the hospital, about the nurses, about how he's naked. Dude, he told me everything. And dude, he's like talking to me. He's like hitting me. I'm like, oh, dude, like he must have hit me 20 times. Like
That's great.
He's a physical guy. So he's like telling me a joke. He's like hitting me. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. All right, Jamie, man. Slow down with them hits. You don't know me like that. But dude,
I'm from Naples, Florida, bro. I'm from Naples, Florida. I'm from the 239. Better watch out, bro.
But to see the things that he told me personally on his show when I'm watching his show is like mind blowing.
That's crazy, man.
I need to put that back out. And prayers to everyone in California, dude. That's crazy what's going on out there.
With anyone out there that's going through these fires. I got a friend of mine that's a chef out there doing tons of stuff, helping out, got a food truck going. Like, so many people are coming together. Yeah. These horrific things that happen, they do bring communities together. It's as sad as it is. There is light that comes from it, So definitely shout out to anybody in California going through this right now, and those that are helping. Thank you, God bless, and thank you, man. So yeah, man. So the pickleball, and then let's talk about like events, clubs. I mean, you're like the social king, man. I mean, what you got going on in the event space?
I mean, if you didn't know me, I was in the club industry, huge before COVID.
Yeah.
COVID pivoted me into the real estate industry.
Okay.
Before that, I was in nightlife for 20 years.
Yeah.
I owned the club. I ran every club, bar, restaurant. I was that guy. So when COVID came, it shut everything down and it crippled me. So I was like, what am I going to do now? I had just hooked up with a realtor who found me on LinkedIn, Kimberly Alvord. That's my girl.
Yep.
Shout out to Kim. But yeah, she was like, hey, I'm having an open house in Rural Harbor at this $4 million home.
Baller home.
I've never been in a $4 million home.
Yeah, right.
I go out. She's like, I want to take this open house to the next level. Let's throw a party. You throw parties for a living. I'm like, okay, cool. We throw a party. It blew up. It was like huge. And then from there, we're like, hey, we're going to call this $1 million open house parties. We're going to do it every month.
Yeah.
I was still doing my club thing once a month with her. And then COVID came. And then when COVID came, it shut everything down. And once everything got shut down, that crippled me in the nightlife industry.
Yeah.
And from there, I was like, well, what am I going to do? It crippled her in the real estate industry because no one could show homes anymore. And I go, well, look, let's bring MTV Cribs back.
Right.
I'm going to shoot the video. You're going to open the door. Welcome to 3201, the crib. And I'm going to doom. We did that through COVID, which pushed our brand to an all-time high.
That's
right
great.
Now you get on social media and it's like, okay, well, I got things to do. During COVID, everyone was sitting at home.
Right.
They had nothing to do but scroll.
Right.
And we were entertaining them.
So much entertainment, so much marketing, so much trend was started during that time, and it's carrying on right now and pushing through, which is super cool. And that kind of ties into how you've gotten there. There's some questions I wanted to ask. How we've gotten from, the Ced that I knew where I met at your clothing store with a couple of our friends way back in the day. True Flavor next to Edison Mall, wilding out. I was up to
Hooters.
I was up to no good.
I'm going shopping, but I'm
buying as much clothes as I could. We were doing our thing. It was fun back then. But how you get from clothing store to clubs to real estate, is being able to adapt to those changes, whether it's getting out of clothes and getting into a nightlife, getting out of nightlife, getting into real estate because of COVID. Like your ability to adapt and change and maneuver yourself. Like what's your mindset with that? Like how does that come about?
I mean, it's just a hustler's mindset.
Yeah.
I have a clothing store.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I get people to buy my clothing? All right, I'm going to throw a party. So I'm going to give you a place to wear the clothing that I'm selling you.
Yeah.
So I merged in with a nightclub downtown Fort Myers, and I sponsored the night. And the night was sponsored by my clothing store. So now you come shop with me, you come to my parties, you're VIP.
Right.
And you're looking fresh.
That's right.
So from there, it was like, okay, now this club thing is really working out, and I'm building a really strong brand because I can promote the club through the store. I can promote the store through the club, so I can run an ad on the radio and do 50-50.
Right.
30% of that ad, or 50% of that commercial went to the clothing store. The other 50% went to the nightlife event. And then I'm taking the door, and I'm like, dude, this is really working and building. And then, like on the marketing side, I've always been good at that. Yeah. I mean, like something you can't teach.
No, you just got it.
Yeah,
definitely.
And like, knock on wood that I got it, and I'm able to keep it going. So once I was in the nightlife and I got out of retail, because retail is a pain in the ass. I mean, like you buy shit for this price, and then you got to sell it for this price, and then when it doesn't sell, you got to mark it down to this price, and then get rid of it so you can get new inventory in and try it all over again. Yeah. I was like, that ain't fun. Yeah. But throwing a party is fun. All I had to do is come up with a good idea, a good concept, get the right DJs right.
Oh. Sorry, tell them we're busy.
We're busy right now. I'm live. But yeah, and from there, like I said, I got out of the retail and I went into the nightlife, and I was in the nightlife for like 20 years. And then we opened up a club in Bonita.
What were the clubs that you opened up?
I opened up 7 nightclubs. That was the best nightclub to this day. You tell me a club that was better, I will contest it. We changed the game of nightlife.
Tell me a little bit about 7. Tell me the conception of that and how you put it together.
Well, it falls back to my buddy Ryan Sherry again. Yeah. You want to come up? Come on. Here's Pedro.
These are pre-Pedro days.
Pedro, you want to tell them about 7?
It was the best ever.
It was a dog world that we were in then, and
it was the best ever.
It was the best time. Yeah. But no, it was
cats. There was cats all around that.
My buddy Ryan Sherry, the pickleball guy.
Yeah,
he owned a nightclub, and my buddy James Franny, who I opened 7 nightclub up, had won the lotto.
Okay.
So James bought the club from Ryan. Then he hired me to help run it, made me a partner. We ripped it apart and put it back together, and we went on like a tour. We went from Miami to LA to New York and just studied every nightclub that was out there.
Wow.
Took a little piece from this one, a little piece from this one, a little piece from this, and we brought it to Bonita. And I held the standards there like there was no one.
Yeah, it was definitely a great club. It was a lot of good nights.
Yeah,
a lot of good nights there.
You can look 7 nightclub up on social media, on Facebook, and you can go through the photos and you will see the best looking people. There was a dress code. If you didn't dress right, you weren't getting in.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I was like, nope. If the guy to girl ratio wasn't right,
we were fixing that. That's
you come up with 6 dudes, you're either buying a table or you're sitting outside waiting. They're like, we didn't need that.
That's that hustler's mentality, though, right?
Yes.
Right.
But it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, we competed with Blue Martini when Blue Martini.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is a chain.
Yeah.
Franchise.
Right.
I'm a little guy here with an idea and a concept of how it could be, and it worked.
But remember the old times. I mean, when I came to town, which was like in the late 90s, 96, 97.
All right.
We didn't have any clubs.
No, Naples was.
There was a restaurant on 5th that stayed open until like 2 and did music. Gosh, I remember that.
I threw the first party on, like the real party. You had Divas.
Yeah.
You had
Zanzibar.
Yeah. You had
City Limits.
Yeah. What was the one that was where Key Waden is now? What was it before Key Waden?
Oh man! No, come on in, Pat. Come on in.
Who?
Pat. You good? Pull up a seat, baby. Pull up a seat.
Yo, he was back in that era of the nightclub. Look at Pedro.
That's right. We just had a fellow Napoleon pop in here.
And since we're on nightlife, he was a part of that era.
That's right. We're talking about 7 nightclub. We're talking about Cedric and
Zanzibar,
what he's done for Naples. That's right. Yeah, we're gonna finish.
Like
we're gonna
from 2 to 4.
We're gonna finish Built by Becker, and we're gonna run into a. How you doing, man? Blake, nice to meet you. But
we got our big event this Sunday at Cavo, and
what's happening this Sunday?
hold
on.
Shoe swag,
hold on.
100,000 million.
What?
He got on the red bottom magazine.
Let me tell you something. Think about where we're at from 4 years ago. COVID, lockdowns. If you moved to Florida, everybody started moving to Florida. We were the one free state. We were ground zero for freedom. Mm-hmm. It's a sell. I don't care what side. If your guy didn't win, or your girl didn't win, I'm sorry. But America's going to be. I love the term "golden age" is coming back.
Love it.
Who don't want the golden age? If we can bring the golden age
back, who doesn't
back,
want everyone to succeed and have a better life?
Sunday, you're at Cavo.
Yes,
dude, that is going to be a party of all parties. Red, white, and blue. Rock out your MAGA. Rock out your MAHA. Make America healthy again. Make America Cedric again. How about MACA? M-A-C-A. Let's make America Cedric again.
That's right. Make Naples Cedric again. Let's go.
I might get some shoes that say M-A-C-A. Make America Cedric again.
First of all, we were born in the same town in Sanford, Florida. We moved to Naples at the same year.
Right.
Crazy. The best part of all, though, is I think Collier County renamed itself Collier after Cedric moved here. They were thinking about changing the county name, and they decided not to. They said, look, we're going to keep it Collier because Cedric just moved into town.
Wow.
That's how we do it, man.
Sanford. Let's go.
Sanford, Florida.
Sanford, Florida.
But you're right, Pat, dude. Like that's going to be a party like no other. And just to
tell
make
us about the party. Tell us when it is, where it is, what time it is.
Well, this party is going to be Sunday, January 19th at Cavo. And to take it to the next level, I reached out to the guy to my left. So I'm like, what is a party without live music?
Come on in. Come on in.
We got Kevin
Goated in the house.
else.
Wow.
What just happened?
What just happening right now?
Put some swag on the table. Put some swag on the table.
Oh, we got swag.
Put some swag on the table.
He brought the swag out.
Wow.
Kevin Golden is in the
Wow.
building. He got his guy with him. Look at all this swag.
By the way, you can't do an inauguration part without these guys.
I do.
This
Like,
guy right here. Come on.
the swag is on 100,000 million right now, man.
What up,
We're already swagging.
What up?
Pedro's over with Patrick right now. Rest
There you go.
there it is. He's
There you
throwing
go.
out
I like that.
swag left and
We're
right.
resting.
Dude,
Inauguration.
Kevin's bringing in. He's going to do a pop-up shop at my event this Sunday.
Hold on, a pop-up shop? Is that what I
Pop-up
heard?
shop,
Pop-up
dude.
shop at Cabo?
Yeah, he's going to tell you a little bit about it, man. He's bringing, instead of having it on the table, he's going to have a pop-up shop. I'm going to have a pop-up shop with Kevin from Goated and Red State Golf. I got Steve from the Good Intention Band playing. I go, what's the party? I could bring in a DJ. I always bring in a DJ. But I'm like, I'm taking this to the next level. I'm bringing in a band. The people want to hear a band. I'm like, what's not a better band to bring than the Good Intentions?
Oh,
and then,
too kind, man.
dude, like, seriously, I got to bring in my brother from Sanford.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, they just rocked Live Fest. How many people did you have at Live Fest, Steve?
Around that, yeah. But,
Around 20,000 people he just rocked at
Yes,
Live
sir.
Fest. And he's going to
amazing.
be with us this Sunday at Cabo.
This Sunday. What time?
Take it to
What
the
time?
next level right
What
there.
time? What
We're
time?
going to open the doors at 2 o'clock. I
2
think
o'clock.
Steve's going to go on around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then he's going to do sets until about 9. Like, we're going to just keep the party rocking.
You've got a dual thing going. You got a DJ.
I got a
working as
DJ.
well.
Yep, I got DJ Sugar Cube that's going to play
Sugar
in between
Cube.
your. He's going to
DJ
start. he's
Sugar
gonna
Cube.
warm the
Shout out to
crowd up.
Sugar Cube.
Oh, yeah.
Meantime, it's a red, white, and blue event. So wear your red, white, and blue.
You got
If
any red, white,
Yeah.
and blue?
A little bit.
You got
And if you
that like a
don't
theme
have it,
around
no
here? We got-
problem,
we got
because
any-
Goat is
what we
going to
got?
have
What we
a
got?
pop-up shop.
We're ready for Monday.
I
Monday, we get it back. I'm pumped for Monday, pumped for Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best way to celebrate in Freedom Town, USA.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look out.
Well,
Look out.
Trademark Patrick
Look out. I
Dearborn.
got to get a pic of
Why
Kevin
aren't you
here
out
showed
here?
up.
Mercado, the spot.
Yes. I mean, dude, it's going to be a great time. And what not, I mean, Martin Luther King Day is on Monday.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
So, yeah, we're going to
Celebrate.
celebrate. There's going to be no school, so you don't have to worry about the kids. We're going to start the party.
So that's like a
early.
hangover.
Wait,
that's a
wait,
hangover
wait.
friendly party
All night.
right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a Sunday. Get it crunk
And
and
you got-
sleep all
We
Monday.
got one goal, and that's to make brunch great again.
Make-
on Sunday, dude.
And
We're
what-
gonna make brunch great again.
And
Make brunch
it was
ready.
just Martin Luther King's birthday. I think it's today or yesterday. His son, Martin Luther King III, was on TV this morning talking about that. I don't know if you do that. The other thing that's cool is as you and I talked, that date officially is evolving. In all due respect, with the utmost respect, it has now evolved to Martin Luther Keg Day.
Oh, wow.
We got to do an
I haven't heard that.
inspirational special. that day.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
Look at all this
Who's doing the
swag,
keg
man.
stand?
Like, Goated just came through and just laced
Dig
yeah,
in.
there's some
Table
cool stuff
up.
you got here.
Dude,
Tell us
yeah.
about this gear, man. Where do you get it, and how
We've
can
been-
people get it? I mean, this is awesome.
We've been
I
blessed.
love the Goated
It's
logo.
been a good
Oh,
year.
those
We
quarter
got,
zips over there?
a
Those
year-
quarter zips?
Yeah, quarter zips.
Man, I've been waiting for a quarter zip,
Got
man.
you one here.
Oh, Dearborn's already going
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the
he's
inventory
already-
before
he's
everybody
already-
else.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty fly, right? I need that. Is that you got that in a
Not to be
medium?
too
I brought a
aggressive,
bunch.
but
That's pretty
how
good.
about for new friends?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
So
but
where's
opportunist,
mine?
man.
So
You
you're gonna
gotta
have a
move when you
pop-up shop.
can.
I'm
Whoa,
gonna be.
look at
They're
that.
gonna be able to buy product from you
Yes, sir.
on Sunday at Cabo.
Hats, shirts, polos. We got a golf glove that Trump himself loves to wear. I got pictures and been blessed to play with President Trump a couple times golf.
You have golf clubs too, don't you?
Yeah.
We make golf clubs.
Is he as
putters,
good as-
wedges.
as everyone
Yeah,
says he
he's
is?
good. He's a stick.
You should bring
Worst
in
putting
a little
stroke in the
putting
game,
green.
but-
That way we can putt while we party.
We'll bring a putting. We'll bring a
I
putting
want to
mat.
putt while I
putting
party.
green. That's
I'll bring
right.
some.
Let's
I got
do it.
some like beer pong, but putting. I got a putting mat that's
I
like beer
need that
pong. We'll play
right there
that.
all day, dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fire.
The black
I want
belt,
that hoodie.
Oh, the hoodie.
That is fire, dude. That is. Hold on, I
man.
gotta take my sunglasses off to see that.
So look at this.
That's
You got
hard.
the 47.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that hat is fire.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
good.
Look out. Daddy's home.
Great.
It's been awesome.
home.
The merch. I mean, Andrew Schultz, the comedian, said, "I'm on the presidential train, but does your president sell merch? Does he move merch like my president?" So Trump obviously is a nice the piggyback. He sells merch, man. He pushes it. Alana, his whole
want
legal
that
team, they all
hoodie, dude.
push
That
merch for
thing
other
is
companies. They've been a blessing to us.
They've been super
and they're not stopping.
successful with it.
Yeah.
No,
super
it's
successful.
so true. They're not stopping either. They're in They're picking up properties all over the world still. Scotland, Ireland, they're doing huge
Greenland?
projects. Greenland. Yeah, no, they're gonna
For
buy the
sale.
whole thing.
For sale. Talk about a real estate
The
guy.
Gulf of America.
He's like, I'm buying countries
The Gulf of
now.
America. Canada's about to be ours.
We just did a huge
I love
pivot,
that.
Blake.
You'd be a good
We
governor.
did. That's
Maybe
okay,
not.
bro.
You're
That's
already
okay.
out.
Taking them all.
Now we're here. But I do want to touch. I do want to touch on, because I know it's going to continue to get crazy in here. The second event, right? We got Cabo this weekend,
is
which
our
is super
huge
huge, but
event.
we got a
That's
big
Real
one coming
Estate
up.
Connections.
Real Estate Connections.
Real Estate Connections is going on Thursday, January 30th.
Okay.
At Legends.
Legends.
Nice.
This will be our second event. It's where you can come and connect with other realtors from all over Southwest Florida. I have sponsors. I have 5-Star Air. I have Blake
Becker Custom Builders. Let's go.
Custom
Oh, yeah.
Builders. I have Maxwell Mortgage. I have
You got Nash,
I got Nash Insurance and Associates. I got a
Goodwin.
Goodwin Law.
That's right.
Blake
I'm helping
knows
you out,
mine.
bro. I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
he throwing
I got you.
the alley-oops
That's right.
back. I got MMG Solar Pros. I got Reed's Movers.
That's right.
Dude, so this event is going to be huge. If you're in real estate, it's 2025. It's all about who you know, not what you know. So I'm going to put all of the right people in the right
Any
room.
realtors in the building that have been to an event like this before?
I think that one guy, what's his name?
The goat.
What's his name?
I dreamed of an event like that once.
Patrick
I dreamed of one.
I can tell you, I'm gonna speak out. So
Sit down, Patrick. Sit down right
no,
now.
okay. So that event was really cool for your first one.
Yeah.
I loved the venue. I'd never been there before. That Legend Sports thing was awesome. I loved having a live podcast there. Then you're bringing people up
yeah, that was-
live,
yeah.
and you're just interviewing the.
Shout
again,
out to
it's-
Jira and Larry Love for the
Yes,
live
man,
podcast.
yeah, it's people meeting people,
That's
and
what life's about.
you know, there's one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is Proverbs 27:17. It says, "Iron sharpens iron, as one man or person sharpens another." So when you're around good people, the only way you're going to stay sharp, as good as you are, if you didn't interact with other people, whether they hate you or they love you,
Yeah.
every one of those kind of instances sharpens you.
Yes.
A bad client and how you deal with that sharpens you. A bad relationship with a friend or a girl sharpens you. You learn from those things, right?
Yes.
So trials and tribulations. So I love that kind of event where people can come together over a cocktail, over a non-alcoholic beverage, and just synergize, man. So again, I give you props off to you, buddy, for setting that thing up. I will be at the next one for sure. I can't wait for that. I'm bummed I'm missing the big party, the Make America Cedric Again party on Sunday. But you know where I'll be. I'll be up in D.C. chilling, wearing goated with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Whoa, let's go. Let's go. Patrick
Goated.
Dearborn. Goated. With Trump. Let's go. Yeah, so that's cool. So we got the Real Estate Connections coming up, built by Becker. The idea spawned at the event that December 5th that Larry and Jira helped put together, which was phenomenal live podcast. And here we are now. You know, we're making podcasts great again. Naples seems to be taking off with podcasts. Everybody's doing a podcast. Everybody's coming out and but the way I see it is like we're all supporting each other. So we're all
100%.
business people supporting other businesses.
Family.
It's not just about me making my brand great. It's not about you just doing your thing. We talked about this earlier, how we help each other. Patrick touched on iron sharpens iron. We're business people that are bringing up not just one or two businesses, but an entire community.
Yes.
And, to me, that's super important because I love Naples. I've been here since 97. Born and raised here.
47 years.
47 years. Like
Never moved away.
This is home. And I want to keep this place as prosperous as possible and as beautiful as possible. And I think we can do that together by helping each other out, doing things like this and supporting each other.
I agree.
And no matter
That's
what the
we all
trend,
do.
right? If it's
Everybody
podcasts,
today
if it's
took
freaking
time out of
parties,
their
if
day
it's
to come in
clothing
here right
stores.
now. I got 5 of the biggest hitters in Naples in here today that said, "Hey, 3:00, I'll be there."
That's right.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
We'll be wherever you want us to be, baby.
Yes, sir.
I like that. I like that.
You're throwing a party, we're going to be there.
Oh, no, he's got-
Even Pedro
What's
says,
going on?
hey, I'm
What's
going
up?
to be there. Come on, Pedro.
Come on up. You come to the party.
Also, Saturday night,
Whiskey Park.
Whiskey Park.
Okay,
Good
what do we
Intentions
got?
band is
Good
playing
Intentions
live
at Whiskey
8:30 to
Park? What
12:30.
time?
They're going to be warming up for
8:30
Sunday.
to 12:30. We'll be
Okay,
there.
nice. That's
Yeah.
a pregame right there.
Yeah,
I like
pregame
it.
Poor
Sunday.
people listening. How do you live somewhere else and hear this? Look at what we got going on this weekend alone.
A lot of people
Naples,
don't
Florida.
know unless you hear this. You're not going to
Naples,
know all this
Florida.
stuff.
That's right. Why are you not here? Freedom Town, USA. We got 2 great realtors in here. But the main point of that was real estate connections. And Cedric and I were talking about this earlier, like when 2 great people come into the same area, or 5 or 6 great people come into the same area, and we're talking about ideas. If I have a jealousy mindset or a pride or ego mindset, there's no way for me to collaborate with these other great people. But when I got a mindset like, oh, you know what, Ced's idea for Built by Becker, because that name was his idea. That's a great idea. Yeah. I'm starting a podcast. I'm going to call it Built by Becker. Yeah. Boom. Here's the podcast going on.
Here we are today.
Being able to sit with other like-minded people, iron sharpens iron, and create new and better ideas. And how many things that we talked about at Goated, and I love the clothing line. I got a putter. I mean, I support. We golf together. It's about helping. Each other out, man. That's what it's all about. So Built by Becker is not just construction, man. This is building up our community, building up relationships, building up friendships.
100%.
This is what we do,
Like I said, it's not about what you know. It's about
let's go.
There's not many cities you can go to. I was born in Miami. I've lived here 20-something years, but you travel the world. We traveled. My guy here today, it's been on PGA Tour, traveling with PGA Tour all over the world for years. We've been all over, and we talked about it the other day. I'm like, you can't find a town where you can go and say, I'm going to buy a property here. I'm going to find where the spots are to go to school.
There he is, the man of the hour. What up, baby? Jira's in the house. Politicking with Jira and Larry Love, the man himself.
And then you come in.
Man, pivoted 8 times.
This is a full house. This is going to be hands down the best podcast we've done so far.
I got all the hot boys in the building, dude.
Cedric Coyer or Blake Becker?
With Pat.
Jira, hop up here, man. Hop up here. We just did a little talk about the event this weekend. Why don't you hop in here?
We've done it all.
Love it.
We're missing you.
Oh, I appreciate it, fellas. We got that big brunch. We're making brunches great again. We're making podcasts great again. See, everyone's getting on the podcast thing. That's fine.
We talked about that.
Show some respect. I'm gonna say we started the podcast game, but we jumped on early. But big brunch this Sunday. Make America brunch great again.
Yes.
Politic and Jared Larry Love's going to be there. Is Blake Becker going to be able to come out?
Going to be out of town. Unfortunately, me and Dearborn are not going to be at this one. But Real Estate Connections. Real Estate Connections.
Real Estate Connections will be
January
live
30th, Thursday. Definitely going to be doing some big things there.
Well, if Ced's got his name on it,
it's going to be huge. It's
going to be huge. We're going big, man.
It's official.
It's going to be huge.
So you can get the whistle because
it's going to be official.
Name on it.
And I brought out the band, the leader of the band here. I got the band. The band's here. Is there a guitar in the car?
Hold on. We've been doing something.
Give us a little.
I know. I wish.
I should have had you bring that.
You got to come out to your show for that.
Yeah. They got to come out and see that.
That's the draw.
I got to get me some more Goated, man.
Dude, there's enough of it on the table. We goated out in here right now.
Goated showed up with all the merch.
Dude,
which was great.
First pop-up shop in the Mercado this
is going to be great.
Sunday.
Goated at Mercado,
this
man.
Sunday,
I'm talking about.
Goated is popping.
Come out to Cavo. What time? 2 o'clock?
Yeah, we're going to open the doors at 2, and we're going to go on to about 8, 9 o'clock.
And that's this Sunday.
This Sunday.
We're going to have Goated clothing, Goated putters.
Yep.
We got...
Good intentions.
Good
man.
intentions.
Steve Hagenbuckle,
Is going to kill it with the music.
Oh, yeah.
DJ was Sugar Cube. Man, this is going to be a great party. Really, really
Wear
good
your
party.
red, white, and blue, and let's celebrate.
Hey, hold on. I got dibs on that one. I got dibs on that one, bro.
Not him.
I got dibs on that one. That's my shirt.
And I don't know if you know this, but Trump may make a special appearance at Cavo on Sunday. That's the buzz.
Wow.
That's the buzz.
He's known to get around and be in a couple places at once.
There's a guy who's been in and out of town that a lot of people think looks very similar to Trump. And they say he may even get up there and sing a song or two during a Good Intention show. Now, they're saying the song that he picked is, of course, it's Florida, right?
Making movie doubles great again.
No,
we got a movie double coming.
There you go. I Won't Back Down is the song he may sing.
Okay.
For everybody.
I'm excited.
And they say he looks like or is Trump. They're not sure. All
right.
But he won't back down.
He won't back
as
down.
we've seen.
I like it. So we got some excitement coming. We got some excitement.
We're going to have a great day, dude. It's going to be an amazing Sunday. We're going to start early. We're going to end late. We're going to have the best music, the best people. If you don't have your red and white, if you don't know what you're going to wear that day, no problem. Goated is going to be there with their pop-up shop. Like it.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Goated stuff. I'm looking at it right now. It's awesome. Where's the pop-up shop going to be? Because I'm going to have a microphone for a lot of that time, and I need to make sure I'm directing.
Set them up
and you're going to have a microphone all the time if you want it. You'll be up there with us, but where will you be? Will you be inside? Will you be outside? Or do you know that yet?
Outside to the door as soon as you walk in.
Okay.
So if you don't have the right attire on, or
we can send them right out to Goated.
If you want one of these cool hats, one of these cool shirts, it's going to be amazing. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know, and it's about making these connections.
Yep.
Today, this connection just got made.
So true.
This just got made today.
Yep.
Today.
So good. We had to separate Red State and Goated Golf. Goated Golf's a monthly drop company that celebrates goats every single month. So we're like a Supreme or a Jordan shoe release every single month.
Who you got this month, Kev? Because it's a big one. I heard a rumor. It's a big one.
I think we got.
When I think of goats, he's definitely one of the top 5 goats.
Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. 100%.
I think he's one of the top 5 goats.
Gotta be. And it's 100%. On the day. It's on the month that. Unfortunately, he lost his life, but it's the month I think he was born as well. My marketing team chose this month specifically.
It's a great month. January 28th is a special day too.
So we got a great drop coming this month. It's pretty much sold out because we got club members. And then I created another company, Red State Golf, because I put some Trump putters on the website for Goated Golf, sold out of them, but got a lot of emails going, we don't mess with you anymore. And I'm like, is the world still really? But it kind of commingled. Yeah. So we created 2 separate companies. They know that we have the same kind of partners, fulfillment. We help each other a lot. We make their putters at Red Stuff. Eric Trump has been a blessing to me. He connected me with the right people, and we put on the Trump store. We supply a lot of the stuff for the Trump store and their hotels. So we keep them separate. Nice. Saturday or Sunday. Sunday will probably be mainly Red State. It's going to be mainly Red State golf stuff. So we'll have a lot of Red State golf stuff available for purchase. We'll toss some stuff out. We're excited to be a part of it. I've been here 20 years, so anything Ced does, I know is huge. Anything he does is awesome. I was blessed to get the call. I still had his number saved from years ago. I'm like, we haven't talked in a while, but I'm pumped to be a part of it. I was supposed to be in D.C. I haven't been traveling as much. Luckily, I get to stay here. It's hard to leave Naples, Florida, like we talked about. But we're gonna have a blast Sunday. We'll have some good stuff. We got ball markers, gloves. We got some stuff that President Trump loves himself. I'll have some pictures and stuff to show. But it's been a blessing. We got Goated sells out every month. I got people in town showing love, supporting, and buying putters for their businesses.
And I got to say, every time I rock a Goated or Trump or Red State, where'd you get that? How I get that? I forward you some messages I got on Instagram.
Yep.
People are like, wow, where do I get that? That you got something there. You're on fire.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, it's been awesome. We got a bunch going on. We had schools, businesses ordering from all over the world. And this year, I really want to focus on Naples, Florida, and getting partnerships here. Doing really good volume each month, and I don't do anything in town. No one knows we exist here. Besides these guys, besides the fam, and they tell everybody, and it's blown up our exposure, our business. It's been a blessing. So.
They even make sizes for Larry Love, so they don't discriminate. They make all sizes. You can get anything. Got Goated custom sleeping bags for Larry Love. You know what I'm saying?
We got youth sizes all the way to 5XL and everything, pretty much.
Red, white, and goat.
That's a good. That's a good size.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a few more pounds.
You look smarter.
Definitely.
I don't know about all that, but.
No, it's been awesome. These guys are a huge blessing. Pat's always been a blessing, both Pats. And my dad does, Pat's been on board. You know this town. We met Arnie Coons this Christmas. He's out giving presents in Immokalee and giving back. And every hurricane, he's first, the United Way, everyone else that collects money. We don't see them in those towns when they get hit with something. And these guys in this room, and I try to be there first for our town and people that need something. But we do the same thing with each other's businesses. We want to promote each other's businesses and events. And I'm pumped to be a part of this.
Can I jump in there?
Yeah, just real quick. Anything Pat, as I like to say, Pat blesses, turns out successful because he's a good man, and anything that he blesses and supports seems to go a long way, including my life.
I got a room full of guys I support, but let me tell you why I love this stuff. And I'm going to sound a little callous here and a little bit, I don't know, shallow, but the reason I'll promote all my friends. right? The reason why I love going to Live Fest is Live Fest, I would do it the first time because Steve's my friend. I believe in Steve. I want to promote it. Live Fest is the single greatest, biggest event.
So good.
In Collier County, in Naples, 20,000 people, an unbelievable time. It gets better every year. But my point is, I would support it whether it was awesome or not. I would support this clothing line because of what it stands for, because of him and his family.
Yeah.
But when you wear the stuff, I don't have huge arms, but I like looking good in what I wear. So I'm going to sound a little callous here. When you wear these shirts, when I wore this camo shirt, Steve, look, this is right up your alley. Pair of jeans with this, pair of boots, or one of Steve's ostrich shoes. This shoe, I'm not gonna lie. Someone get a video of that right there.
That's a Heineken body right there.
I don't know what happened to that 6-minute ad video, dude. But you need to dust that Betamax tape off and put it back in.
10X.
You need to get that Betamax 6-minute abs video.
That's that Gary Becker body, right?
What I'm telling you is, these shirts, I'm just telling you for guys.
Let me tell you something.
They are so good. I got.
Are you saying they make the guns look bigger? They make the guns look bigger?
The sleeves are short. It's a good length.
They look so good that.
Hey, look at that.
I don't tuck my stuff in.
Clean.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's
clean. That is clean. That's a look. That's a look for Sunday.
That jacket.
That's a look right there. That's a look. But my point is, I'm just before you leave here, and you're going to be a medium. You got to try it on. It's going to look good on you. Once you wear one of their shirts, I'm telling you, that'll be your
I've seen you wear that before.
And shout out to Patrick Dearborn for wearing a shirt today, too. We appreciate that.
Itch when you put them on. This thing feels good.
Soft.
And it's a guy that does clothing. Hold on, this is a guy that does clothing.
I'm going to keep it real, Kev. I think Larry Loves complimented my clothing maybe twice in my life. And one time was, I know. One time was when I was wearing
Larry.
this shirt. So shout out to Larry Love.
I got Larry some here finally. I need him
Pedro
outfitted.
wants to know, do you have any dog apparel?
We're about to. I've been inspired.
Pedro wants to know where's the dog harness, where are the leashes. Pedro, you want to talk about the leashes?
Who's going to fit on this
Republicans
puppy?
hate PETA.
3XL.
Larry Love.
He wants to be first.
Might be Larry
3XL,
Love.
baby. Put the gun. I bet that's going to be tight on your guns right there, the 3XL.
I'm a medium guy, too. I'm a medium
right
or
there.
small. I like
Wow.
my tight and right, you know. But this does feel good. This. And if,
I think that one's for you.
I might even go out tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fifth Avenue in the Moke, I hope.
Yes.
I need that in the Moke.
I got to get you on Moke Talk.
No,
That's
it's so
coming
good.
next, dude.
I love
By the
it.
way, Moke
I got
Talk is
people all over.
fun.
So
Yeah.
fun.
They had that Grinch Moke Talk you did was captivating, and then,
So good.
and then you followed that up with a good-looking lady, nice blonde lady the other day.
Libby,
So
yes.
I watched a few of them, bro. They're
good.
great because it's like it's relaxed. I'm cruising down Fifth Avenue. I'm having a real conversation. I'm talking about people's businesses and promoting Naples, Freedom Town, USA.
Yes.
And it's just so relaxed. You got the hair blowing, the wind, the palms in the background. It's awesome, man.
It is, dude, and it's just a whole different way of podcasting. But on a smaller level.
Nobody's done it before.
That's what I always try to do what no one else has already done.
It's groundbreaking. Serious. Nobody is marketed or
Hold on, Steve. Our podcast just turned into a fashion show.
Yeah, it's gone.
It just turned into a fashion show.
Here, but yes,
we got guys in here stripping down left and right.
Putting on golded clothes. This is crazy.
Like, this is a fashion show.
It's
Hit the
gone.
runway.
Hey, hold on.
Hit the runway. This is the runway.
Built by
Make a
Becker Fashion
runway.
Show. Let's go. Built by Becker Fashion Show.
First ever podcast fashion show where dudes are just in here changing clothes. No one likes what they were wearing. Goated came in here, brought all this fly stuff.
Man,
everyone's
hold
like,
on.
yo, I hate what I...
That's got to make.
I hope you're charging these guys for this stuff.
No.
I'm happy to
Sponsorship.
pay.
No.
For real, though. It's got to make you feel good.
But you know what? If I met you earlier,
Oh, it's
It's
a
got to
blessing.
make you feel good.
if I
blessing.
met you
Everybody
earlier,
in
I would
this
have
room.
worn it on the cover of that magazine.
No,
right?
next
in
one.
this
You'll be
room
on a
wanted
lot
to be
more.
in your clothes.
That's just the
I like
beginning
it.
for
No.
Steve.
So it's a vibe.
That is a
Definitely
blessing, for sure.
Everybody's on the go-to
Yeah,
train.
baby.
Patrick and I are getting messages from people on Instagram. Who's goated? What is goated? How can I get involved with them? Where are you getting this clothes at?
It's a blessing.
You're on
So
fire.
grateful. On fire.
You're on fire. I think I need to have you on the show and talk about goated.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, you already are on the show, but yeah,
No.
let's do it.
I would love to do it. No, I'm blessed.
One-on-one.
I'm blessed for sure.
That's good.
I'd like to ask a question if I can. I don't know what the format is here, but I'd like to know like the true origin of how you came up with Goated, when it started, we talked about the different entities and how there's a merger and then there's some separation.
That's a good question. You came in with all this swag.
But
first define. I mean, I obviously know what GOAT is, right?
Yeah.
I would define that for everybody. I think most sports people know. They think of people like Tom Brady and others. But go ahead. That's a great tagline. So
no, I love it. We've been. It's a great question. I appreciate that. I've been blessed to play golf with Michael Jordan. So I was out running a company, a big training aid company in the golf industry. Long story short, ended up at Grove, Michael Jordan's private course. Got to play golf with him, and I chipped in. We were playing for some money. Gary Sheffield, the baseball player, is a buddy of mine. So I was playing with Gary Sheffield. I was brought by Gary just to go out there and play, right? Just those two names. That's it.
Gary Sheffield, Michael
Jordan. It gets better. It gets better.
Just those two names.
Hanging out with GOAT, so I came up with GOAT.
Yes.
That was the easy one.
And GOATed never existed before that, but I had a wedge that was like themed after Michael Jordan, one of them. Chipped in, won some money on a wedge, and Gary Sheffield's going, Mike, he just took money off you. I won't say how much. With a wedge themed after you. So we were going to make wedges to start. I was going to leave this company I was working with. I gave him some notice. And long story short, got some Jordan putters, wedges made for Michael, for his sons, Jeff, and been blessed to play after that with Donald Trump.
Wow.
Been blessed to make putters for DJ Khaled. Went to a couple grand openings for DJ Khaled. And met Jay Balvin, made some putters for him. Unfortunately, Diddy was there. We talked about that on the Politicking podcast. Not unfortunately, he's a good dude when we were there. But everyone that I got from that room,
after party.
No after party. No party
after party at
and
Diddy's
when
house.
the sun
being documented right here.
When the sun went down, it was over. But it was a blessing. So we started GOATed. GOATed, obviously, greatest of all time is the GOAT.
Yep.
I'm a firm believer. I'm a pretty good golfer now. That you can't make a putt if you have negative thoughts. And that is now translated to a GOATed mentality mission that we're pushing, that we want people to first, if you want true joy, I say this all the time, we'll celebrate goats, but a lot of our stuff has Exodus 23 on it.
That's right.
And that Bible verse is, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So I want to celebrate goats, but I don't want to encourage people looking at these figures like people did for Diddy as a hero, as an idol, right? Yeah. We are idol factories as humans. Right. We produce idols. That's what we are programmed to do. So I want to keep the main thing. So I have Exodus 23 on all of our GOATed stuff. The second thing I say, if you want true joy in your life, you got to put Jesus first, others, then yourself. So JOY, Jesus, others, then yourself. A lot of people that are goats I've been able to hang out with and spend time with are miserable. They've accomplished a ton. We look at them going, man, you scored 40 on the Celtics in the Garden. You broke the scoring record, right? And they're miserable. So I preach that. I start the movement with GOATed mentality. Long story short, it's a monthly drop celebration that we do for these goats, and stuff has been selling out. And then we grew into polos, t-shirts, wedges. We got partnerships with Bo Jackson we're working on to make him a Heisman Trophy putter. That's bronze. Nice. We got Khaled's still a good partner of ours, and Jordan's still a great partner of ours. I've been very blessed. So this year, I mean, the one big thing I'll tell you that a lot of people like, I don't say it often, is I had opportunities to make serious money at the beginning. Augusta National, where the Masters is played, was a project we were working on, and because I didn't take the Bible verse off it, I didn't get to make putters for them. Would have been a $30 million deal. I passed.
You know what I got to say about that?
Yeah,
their loss.
That's so true. Love it.
Your gain.
Love it.
Yeah.
I stood to what I believed in, which was challenging, but God's blessed since then. 100%. Yeah. And we've been blessed since then. All that stuff happened after I said no to sacrificing and moving on where I stood. So God's been good. We got a team of 30 or 40 people here in the state. We got 15 people outside of Florida and doing good volume, and we got guys wearing good merch. My closet's been redone with stuff that represents what I've been
I got 3 drawers dedicated to GOATed, another drawer dedicated to Red State, and I got half my hanging is GOATed polo. So shout out.
And now I got a guy that can redo my
we're coming to take care of
my
that
closet,
shower real soon.
My closet to make it bigger. That's what we need.
Yeah, we can do a new closet
bigger
too.
closets.
We can do that.
And how loud did America speak in this last election towards product line and towards common sense and logic and doing the right thing and hard work and all those things, and translates into everything you're talking about.
So true. No, it's. And I think it was outnumbered on how much was spent. She spent $1 billion to lose that much. she had all the equipment, and America really spoke. And it's thanks to, I mean, honestly, I tell Patrick Dearborn all the time, and these guys that we met Charlie Kirk. We made some putters for him in Turning Point. But the guys that are busing people in Pennsylvania, they were busing the Amish to go vote and to win Pennsylvania. Yeah. The sacrifice that Tim and Lauren Maxwell and every city. I mean, we had to watch elections closely. Yeah. And you guys know more about it than I did. But going to the Byron Donalds, knocking on doors.
This is good because I'm going to take you guys back to 1998 and 1999 when I first met Trump, and I used to hang out in Mar-a-Lago with him right after he divorced Marla Maples. And he knows, he's seen the picture. I was with him on, it was like his second or third date with Melania. It was Madison Square Garden. Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield won. And the seating in the front row there was my friend Tommy Spiegel, me, Melania, and Donald. Behind me was Sarah Jessica Parker with Matthew Broderick. Across on the other side was Jack Nicholson, JFK Jr., and Keith Richards. Wow. Pamela Anderson was there. But my point behind all of this is that back then and still today, Donald Trump was a good guy. Yeah. And this was before the TV fame and all this other stuff. A lot of the things that he's evolved to has kind of been forced on him to be, he was put in more of a defensive position where a lot of people were attacking him. And I still continue to believe that it's jealousy. You know, here's a guy who sticks to his guns, like we're saying, full of hard work. You know, the guy's working, 20 hours a day, sleeps 4 hours, and he's focused. He leads a pretty clean lifestyle, very clean lifestyle, actually. His brother had some issues with alcohol, serious issues with alcoholism. And so he's a super deep thinker. He's very quick on his feet. He's very funny. He's got a great sense of humor about him, but he's got a memory that's unbelievable. Yes. And I'll never forget, I met him a couple times, like I said, casually, and we had conversations at Mar-a-Lago in 98. And then a couple times after in big events, he came over and remembered my name. And then and that evolved the relationship, even further. I haven't talked to him in a while, but back then he didn't have all this pressure, that he has now. Yep. And he was a fantastic person to be around. Yeah. And the conversations were very intellectual. They were substantive, and it was
the last time I saw him, and this is great. He knew about Red State. He has a bunch of our products and plays our putter.
That's all the glove.
He's amazing. Yeah. But I said the go-to mentality thing, and he was all on board. President Trump. And I said, man, you guys, I thank Eric every time I talk to him for your sacrifice, because the Trumps are some dogs. To be backed in a corner like they have, how many people quit when you got the stuff Eric showed me before the election that they were trying to pop out and threaten them with? I'm going, where's the white flag, bro? Yeah. Let's go to Scotland and forget this country. If they're going to let you, and they are some dogs, all of them, from the granddaughter all the way to the, and there's a lot of, they're built different. They got the goated mentality. So I told President Trump last time, I'm like, I have goated over here that sources a lot of this stuff, because on our putters it says goated and Red State. But he's all in on it, because I'm like, the new age kids, it's the new thing, like the no cap or whatever, right? It's
but look how well he did with the younger generation, right? And then all across different ethnic groups. I think it took a while for everyone to see through, the clouds and see through, the woods to the trees and understand all the games that were being played and how someone was being misrepresented. And how it was that political lawfare going on and everything, and that.
But you see it turning around right now. Like he's not even in office, and you're having so many corporations and so many things reversing what they've done for the last 4 years already, and he hasn't even set foot in office. Exactly. So that speaks volumes to me that it was all hogwash. Yeah. It was all manipulated by whoever, corporations, media, whatever.
And they were being threatened,
all manipulated, reversed, and boom, like that. Facebook, these other corporations they're immediately changing back to what we call normal.
And they're coming clean with how they were being put in a corner. They were being put in a corner. They were being threatened. And now they're like, you know what? It didn't feel right. And we did do it. And now we need to change our ways.
Well, the followers,
and that goes back to, that goes right back to where Patrick was started before he came over here. So I'm going to turn it back over to you. Good. But that's what it comes right back to. And it's world leaders as well. Yeah. I mean, you see everyone's coming to kiss the ring. I mean, it's ridiculous. because they know what's going on. You know,
they were bullied basically into these maneuvers.
Yeah, it's amazing that we'll get back to what Blake said. Satan's a liar, right? So we're reading the Book of Revelations. We're coming to a point where what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right. So everything's flipped. It is coming back around. I feel like everybody's jumping on the Trump train now. And part of me gets happy, but there's a selfish part of me is like, hang on, man, I was an OG. Like, I was there when it wasn't cool to wear the red hat.
Right.
I was there when it wasn't cool to not follow the arrows in Publix during COVID. Yeah. I was there when people in my world would call me and say, hey, you can't hang out with Alfie Oates and you can't say these things about Trump because it's going to hurt your business. And I politely told that person who is the owner of the company I work for, to basically don't ever tell me who I can hang out with. Who you stand with is your choice. What you stand for is your choice. I am happy to see, like Steve said, this younger generation coming around. Why I get fired up, and I think people around this table get fired up, if it ends tomorrow for me here, this ain't the end. So I know what's coming next is going to be great. Something great's coming. But why I fight and why I speak out and why you all do the same thing is because we're doing it for our kids, our grandkids, our nieces, and our nephews, the next generation, because we've grown up in a pretty good America. I look around this table, look around this room. There's a lot of blessed people in this room for the things that we actually admit to and the things we don't. I look at Steve and what he's turned Live Fest into. I look at Kevin Van Duzer, knowing him since he was coaching my son back in Little League and rec leagues, and the impact he's had with his company. I would support Goated and Red State Golf no matter what, because I'm with you. But their products are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Their niche is phenomenal. I would support Steve. Look at that picture you're showing right now.
So that's 1998 at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump. And then
get that on
I just showed them the other ones.
Look at that guy right there.
I had my hair was a little darker there, less stress,
I see that. But he's bare. I mean, he's a fighter. I mean, boxer, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
He's telling me stories that he carries Tom Petty out of the bars up in Gainesville.
Oh yeah.
You go up to Gainesville, that's around University of Florida. Say Steve's name and see what you're gonna get some stories. You're gonna get some stories.
There you go. Yeah. No,
in the store.
Yeah.
Love that story.
I mean, that's how, like, I think one of the things I wanted to talk about or mentioned earlier, if you guys were interested in it, was, how I got into music and I was all around it. And so,
awesome story.
So I started playing in a garage band when I was 13 years old, like a lot of kids do, right? And didn't really know what you're doing, right? And have some kids from school show up, and then that can kind of fade away. You put the guitar down for 5 or 10 years and you're in college and pick it up maybe for a year or two, and then you put it down because you got real responsibilities and so forth. But when I was in college at University of Florida, I worked security, and I had a background from middle school through high school and then through college, where I wrestled, I played judo, and I boxed. And so when I was at University of Florida, I worked security for Robin Williams, Rodney Dangerfield, Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy on the comedy side when they would come into town. And because it was Gainesville, they would have to stay overnight, so they could hire somebody for 24 hours. And I usually was the guy that would get the nod because I had the skill set. So, but I was always, on stage and around them and before and post show and so forth. And someone would come in a day or two early and I'd have to, hang around with them. But I worked as a bouncer all through college. I put myself through school. And one of the clubs I worked in was a brand new club. It was called the Islands. And it was the largest live music venue in southeastern United States. But it held about 2,500 people. Had state-of-the-art stuff, and that was right when MTV was coming out with the videos, right? So we had, instead of having a DJ, like we were talking about a DJ on Sunday at Cedric's Killer Bash that's going to happen at Cabo, 2 to 7, 2 to 9, maybe it goes to 11, who knows? But
you never know what a Cedric party.
You never know. You never know. Yeah, but we had, instead of having DJs, we had a VJ. Which was really, like, again, state of the art. Nobody was doing that, right? We had these big, they didn't have LED boards back then. They just had projectors, right? So we would have the VJ stuff going on. But anyhow, in that club, because it was Gainesville, and that's where University of Florida is, and it's also where Tom Petty went to high school. Tom Petty
and the boys had just moved out to LA. And then we're talking the early to mid 80s, so 81 to 85.
Okay.
And they would come into town and hang out at our club all the time. But I worked security for him, Greg Allman, the Church, Cheap Trick, a lot of different bands would come through there. Molly Hatchet, and all of them. And I have like some crazy stories about each one of those groups that I get to. Oh God, it's crazy stories. Some borderline life and death for even the entertainers, especially Greg Allman had a real deal situation. If you guys ever want to hear those things in detail, I'm happy to share. Yeah. Interesting thing about it is a lot of those guys are no longer with us. A lot of the guys I just mentioned are no longer with us. Either their vices got to them or something or other got to them along the way. But a lot of history there. So that's how I got in and around the music and production of the music business. So my family moved to Southwest Florida. I was born in the same town that this guy over here was. Cedric and I were both
Sanford, Florida. We heard that a little earlier.
Yeah, we're Central Florida boys. But I moved down here in 1979 into Marco Island. My mom still lives in that house 45 years later. And she just turned 92 2 days ago.
Wow. Okay, happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah,
thank
you. Yeah. Same birthday as my twin daughters, Karina and Hannah. So they're all the same birthday. Yeah, nice. January 14th. But so what happened is growing up down here, and he knows this really well, the only live music venue back in the day was Lee Civic Center, which is a tiny thing. I don't know if it even holds 4,000 or something, right? At least Civic Center. You had to drive, almost towards LaBelle for that. Yeah. 4 miles. But, if you wanted to go to see a real deal live music show, outdoor festival, you had to go to Tampa, Miami, Orlando, what have you. It's a 2-hour drive. You're staying overnight. It's just a hassle, right? Yeah. So I bought the domain name LiveFest 7 or 8 years before I actually had the first one, because I was waiting for the perfect venue. And the perfect venue has to match up with the demographics of Naples. So we have a higher end demographic here, right? Yeah. So they don't want to be out in a field or, a gravel parking lot somewhere, way out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, they want to, and there's not a lot of venues that are infill that can host that and have a good backdrop with a Ritz-Carlton and so forth. So I live in Tiburon, so it was easy for me to have these conversations with the golf club, but we had to get permission from Greg Norman, who was the namesake at the time. It was the Shark Shootout. So I had to talk to Greg, who I'd known for about 6 years, because this is getting too detailed, but I'm the president of Tiburon Homeowners Association, right? And have been for 11 years. And surprisingly enough, it's a very calm, good homeowners association. We have no whiners or complainers, and largely it's because we just don't tolerate it, right? But so we got Greg's permission. We had to get the permission from the Ritz, the golf club, the PGA, Wasserman, who manages that show, and Rob Hartman, Taylor Ives do a fantastic job in running operations for me. Yeah. So that's how it all started at LiveFest, and it's, as Patrick said, it is now.
We're grateful.
Yeah, I'm super grateful
as a community, man.
And thank you. Yeah, thank you. But I tell you what, it is the biggest event in Naples, no question about it. And after about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way through the first year, as when I took my first cocktail. I had a bourbon, and I went up in one of the VIP suites, and I just sat up there and quietly looked at the crowd all around. And I literally wanted to pinch myself.
Cool.
And this is one of those moments where reality was better than the fantasy or the dream of it, right? Cool. You dreamed what it would be like, but the reality was actually better
than the imagination.
And that's one of those moments where you feel really connected. We talk about, I'm Catholic, I've been raised Catholic, was at church Sunday, and it's one of those moments where you feel surreal, like, this is happening, for a reason, and you hope it's because you're a good person and you're a giving person and you have good friends that you take care of. And at that moment, I sat there, and then like 3 years later, I'm interviewed by this guy, and he's doing a video on it, and he asked me, how does that feel? And I said the same thing. I said, it still doesn't feel real, like in the moment of it, because it's happened so fast.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's what's happening with your organization. Also, your organization on the construction side. Which
I've done a few homes in Tiburon. I've been blessed to.
I want to hear more about that. Let's talk about that.
So Becker Custom Builders is my new baby. I've had that for the last 2 years. Prior to that, I had Becker Home Maintenance, which was a handyman and trades business, cabinets, flooring, and painting. But in the last 2 years, Becker Custom Builders, I've had phenomenal clientele. I've been blessed to work in amazing communities like Pelican Bay, High Rises, Park Shore, Gray Oaks,
the best of the best,
Tiburon, and it just continues to go on. We're doing some new construction projects this year. I'm doing some multi-million-dollar renovations, which are amazing. From little old handyman to doing what I'm doing in a span of around 10 years, I've been extremely blessed. But firm believer, iron sharpens iron, and your net worth is your network. And here's a great example of that network. It's just a lot of great guys and even women out there that are in our circle that support everything that we're doing. Which is
so good.
Yeah, and it's all about how this resonates with Patrick and everybody here at the table. But it's about transparency. And it's about integrity, right? If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Bingo.
Even if in the end it costs you money, if you said you're going to do it, do the right thing, take care of it, whatever. You'll make up in the long run. It'll always come back in the long run, because your reputation's all you got.
We know I've known your story and love getting to know you. I'm a big preacher right now of God will give you what you can handle and what you can be trusted with, right? So you've done amazing things. I've watched you as a kid in this town do amazing things. Yeah. I'm learning about you now. And Blake, we get to know through Bible study every Tuesday. I get to know a lot of these guys in this town, and Patrick too. I've watched him. But I will say, I go back to this, that there's times where in that moment, I completely get what you're going or what you experience. It's so awesome. I really haven't. I'm sitting here going, that will be one day when a tour champion wins with our stuff on or something, right?
Yeah.
That's the dream right now.
Yeah, you're watching on TV.
Yeah. But I used to go, why not me, right? And as I grow up, as I become a real man and a person that with character and focus on those things, improving every day, it's God is going to give that to you when you can be trusted with it. If you would have had the money you had back then when you were and it might
he remembers when I was at Club 7.
If they would have gave me that kind of money then,
it might have killed you, right? It might have killed you.
Yeah, I mean,
and then if I would have got the
was a mess
Augusta,
back then.
the Augusta deal would have killed my company probably. I look back and go, thank you, Lord, for protecting me from that. Live Fest, if it happened 2 years before it was supposed to, it might not have been the biggest hit, and it might not have been approved by the Homeowners Association to keep going, right? You could have had a sick event before everyone signed off.
Yeah, but I am the president. I'm the president.
So you could have done it.
I got that approval easy.
No, it's that timing.
But I get it. Sometimes you don't think that you're not ready for it. Like my mind and my imagination, you have imagination of this great event. I had imagination of building these amazing homes and doing these crazy projects and starting a podcast and doing all the stuff that we're doing.
Yep.
But sometimes I'm not ready for it, and I have to accept that that's God's will in that
100%.
moment, and that's very important to me. And I'm constantly humbled in those situations. Like I go into jobs and I'm like, man, this is it. This one's going to be crazy. It's the biggest thing I've ever done. And hey, we went with another contractor, and it's like, it's disappointing. But you know what? You just go home, and like I said, you dust yourself off and say, "I'll go do the next one." It wasn't meant to be, and then the one that comes is the one. It's bigger, it's better, and clients happier. It just all
everything happens for a reason.
The way it's supposed
that could have been a bad deal,
right?
For that client.
Right.
There's another old saying that's out there, and that is, "Money always returns to its rightful owner." Right. So what that means is if some people, if they get it too soon or if they're not ready to handle it, kind of what you were implying earlier, and what you guys were kind of joking about earlier, is a big reality. Sometimes people get too much too soon and they're not mature enough to deal with it or handle it. So it ends up working against them and can fuel vices or other things, So
true.
That's a real important one too. Money always returns to its rightful owner.
Hey, money, I'm waiting because I'm ready now.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for a while.
All right.
It's my turn.
The owner is waiting for you, money. Come on back home.
Yeah, man. Socials. Where can we find Cedric? Where can we find I Want to Live in Naples? Where can we find
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I Want to Live in Naples is my handle. It's all about Naples, Florida. This is where we live. This is what we promote. This is what we support. Any businesses in Naples that are interested in connecting with me, I Want to Live in Naples on Instagram and Facebook. Our two big events that we have going on are going to be this Sunday at Cavo for the Red, White, and Blue inauguration party. We're going to have Steve from the Good Intentions Band. We got DJ Sugar Cube. We got Go to Pop-Up Store. It's going to be a great party. It's going to be a day party. We're going to make brunch great again this Sunday. And then Thursday the 30th, we're doing the biggest real estate connection event where if you're a realtor, if you have anything in the real estate community that you think can connect your business that you want to get out there, stop by this Thursday, not this Thursday, but Thursday the 30th. It's free. Just
everybody's welcome, right? Thursday the 30th.
Everybody is
Legends Bar.
No, Good Intentions is playing this Sunday. I don't know. Maybe we need to work something out. We do have a stage. We're going to be on stage.
Oh, January 30th. What time is that, January 30th?
It's going to start at 5 o'clock. It's almost like an after-work happy hour party.
Okay.
But last time
Legends, that's on Vanderbilt and 41.
Right across from Mercado. Oh, they did
that's
it
right.
last
239
time,
Live Podcast.
I think that was the first real estate event with a live podcast going on during the event. You had realtors, you had sponsors hopping on, telling their story, talking about their business.
But it doesn't have to be just realtors, right? Business people, realtors. This is open to everybody.
Yes.
Come out and enjoy this. Both events. The one that's at Cavo this Sunday.
This Sunday we're partying.
We're partying, right? And then January 30th,
we're
Thursday,
networking. We're networking.
5 till we close that joker down. Real estate connections.
We're networking.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And thank you guys, and everybody for showing up today.
Yeah, this was
Dearborn,
this was
Cedric, Steve.
I even told Blake, I go, dude, I don't know if I'm ready, dude. I'm like, he's like, dude, you got it. And then we're thinking like, okay, these guys are gonna roll in. How are we like? This was such a freestyle.
And it worked out, man.
Seriously, Pat sends me a text like, look, dude, my day is fucking slammed. But for you, I'll be there. I'll read you the text message, dude. And all of a sudden he comes through the door.
Awesome.
Yeah. See what happened when you showed up? Yeah.
So we're goated.
I don't think anyone's leaving here with what they wore when they came through the door. Everyone's got on some new fly shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
That's too big, man.
That's great. So right here, built by Becker.
That's XXL.
Special episode. So many amazing guests. This one right here was hot. Cedric,
yes.
Thank you so very much, and everyone else.
That
Thank
came
you
out
for joining.
and supported, and like
built
I
by
said,
Becker.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering where we're getting this fly gear at, his pop-up store will be this Sunday.
Let's go.
Good Intentions Band.
Good Intentions, baby.
You're going to find this man
and
on
Live
stage
Fest.
rocking it.
If you've not been to Live Fest, you must go to the next Live Fest. All right, let's go. Cut her down. Thank you.
3, 2, 1, yo!
Yo.